try every door just to see if maybe one of them is open,
Yeah.
and I can't get in there. So there's stuff like that. There's some big movies still I want to do. Uh, but yeah, there's lots. There's lots, and I'm gonna do. I'll get to them. Some I know I can't. I've been told no, there's no possible way. But I'll hold out for it. But my goal was to do. There's 12 Friday the 13th movies, and I wanted to do 11 of them because I don't care about Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. I hate that movie, so I don't want to do that. But so I think I've got three more. I'm not sure, 3 or 4 more to do. Then I'll have done all the Friday the 13th movies because like Jason Takes Manhattan. Uh, that's the beach that they use is so far up in the mountains in British Columbia, Canada. And I was there last year. I was like, well, got to do it. It was pouring rain. It was the worst drive ever through these mountains. And I was like, I got to do it. I got to do it because I want to see it and I want my viewers to see it. So my goal is probably to get all the Friday 13th, and then there's a few other horror movies. But yeah,
That's dope, bro.
yeah,
You're living your dream, man. And
yeah.
I like that. I like watching your videos because um, I watch them when I get home. I work a night shift on the weekdays, and I watch them, with a few other YouTubers, and I'm like, oh, Scott posted it. I gotta watch it. Scott
Yeah,
posted it,
yeah. I
and
try to post every 2 days, every 2 to 3 days.
dope,
Yeah.
bro. And one of the runs that I just recently uh remember um was the Rocky one. I'm a big Rocky fan, and I was like, that's always been my thing too, is to go up the stairs and everything too. Like that's one of my main things too, and a Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, I didn't get it. I had a cheesesteak in New York afterwards. I didn't get one in Philadelphia, but I've had one in Philadelphia before, and they are amazing. The Rocky locations, as I said in the video, um, where they filmed like his house and uh, all the opening shots, and then Mickey's gym and the where the pet store was, but mostly all the opening stuff. Paulie's house. It is not a safe area, and I never say that about a city because there's bad parts to every city, right? And by bad, I don't even want to disparage the people that are there because sadly, it's a sad area. I would rather say it's sad what's happening there. But I said that in the video because a lot of people send me pictures afterwards or tag me and stuff. They're like, "Oh, we went to this because we live nearby, so we wanted to see." Or we live. Most people who live in Philadelphia know not to go there, but they've sent me that. So I said that in the video because I was like, I don't want. I don't think I went. That should be enough for people. don't go. Like you can't really. It's not safe. It's not safe, and it's sad. But the stairs, the rocky steps, completely safe, and like where he's running, doing his run, all that. I recreated the run. That's all safe. Like Philadelphia is a beautiful, great city, but that one area is rough. Man, it's
That,
sad.
that's crazy. Luckily, I never went, to find that out for myself.
No, you're not getting a lot of great shots on that. I mean, I would say really early too. And the trick a lot of times is to go early, to because there's less traffic in front of these places to get good shots, and you know what I mean. Didn't matter. There was just a lot going on. There was a lot going on in that area, and but it's the Rocky one was. I almost said no. I got there and I was just like, "There's no way I can do this." Like I was sitting in my car and I was like, and but trying to get the people to stop from opening my car that kept opening the door and kept trying to open it and banging on it. Just at every corner I went and stopped and pulled off to, I couldn't get a moment. I was like, "There's no way I can get out of my car here and leave my car and film." And so I started kind of driving away, and then I saw the next Rocky location. I saw the corner of my eye, and I'm just like, well, you came all this way. Let's figure this out. So I had to kind of regroup and just kind of think in my head how to get the shots and with the least amount of interference with people that are living their lives that I got told off. I got threatened, and that was you know yeah. Like I mean, Toronto has rough spots. LA, New York, they all do. But that was one where I was just like, "Eee."
You're like, yeah, this is not a good part.
Yeah, it's not. And like I said, it's not a good part, and it's sad because there's a lot of it's mental health issues, drug issues, alcoholism that's happening in that area. It's people that are living on the street, and you can't just dismiss them as it's just a dirty part of town or it's crazy. They're still humans, right? You know,
Mhm.
I just think
Their way.
it's sad, but some of them were assholes. Some of them were nice, and they seemed stone cold. So the stone cold sober ones were the ones that were rude to me.
Wow.
Just told me to get that f out of there, and I was and I was just like, yep, I'll be done in a second. And then they're like, no, leave now. And I was like, yeah, okay. So I left. And I drove right back around and got out and did the shot really quickly. And the guy looked at me and I went, bye, and jumped in my car. Gone. Not
Wow.
the smartest thing.
That's insane, bro. That's insane. That's just the parts that you have to go through just to get that content and that footage.
Well, yeah, that's what people, I mean, that's one thing that people don't realize is it's a lot of driving. It's staying up late the night before researching, or I mean, weeks before, but the night before, I got to reread everything and I got to watch the shots, or if it's true crime or a grave, there's a lot of reading, then getting to the place. And then sometimes you're not going to be able to film the way you think you're going to be able to film. I don't know when I get there, what what are they like at this cemetery, or what are they like at this location, what if even if it's a place I'm going inside, like malls are the worst. I'm like, oh God, what if if I have to film inside a mall, because you got a bunch of Paul Blarts running around. I just did one in a mall in New York, and the security guard could have been nicer helping me out, which was nice. But like, I mean, high schools and public school, like junior highs, public schools, when they're in movies, I go after school, or if I have no choice, if I've shown up during the day, I go and I knock on the school door, ring it, or go right in, go to the principal's office, and I tell them I'm going to be in front of your school with a camera filming. If it's something inside, like I got to go inside the Greece high schools, which is cool. But if it's just outside, I still go in and tell them, because I'm a grown man filming out during school hours. That looks weird.
Yeah.
So there's stuff like that I always make sure to go through those, the proper, and they're always very thankful that I do that, because it's just easier. And I was out for dinner last night with a bunch of friends, and they were asking me questions. I said, I don't get nervous about anything, except I do a lot of true crime on my channel, which I've always done. And I like to honor the victims. It's for me, it's about the victims, but I go to the locations where the crime happened, and that's the worst to film, because you never know the person who lives there, if they're going to come out and get mad. Neighbors have come out before and yelled at me, but and I want to see them. No, I'm doing something, I hope good, because I'm remembering the victims, but I get a sick feeling in my stomach before I go to true crime locations, because I'm just like, oh man, this could be a real hassle. But
Like there's one that I remember watching in the Menendez house,
mm,
and
that
I was
wasn't me. No, that
like,
wasn't me.
that wasn't you. You
No, but
never gone to Emily. I thought you did something.
I may have mentioned it on a video or two. I've mentioned the Menendez brothers
Yes, there you go.
more than once on and you know what, you may be thinking, I think in my Beverly Hills Triangle, there's a place called the Beverly Hills Triangle where a lot of weird stuff has happened in Beverly
Yeah.
Hills. And I think I mentioned on there that this looks like a Menendez brothers house, and you would think I'm going to be talking about Menendez brothers, but it's not. But I can tell you something's coming about the Menendez brothers.
Hmm.
Yeah, I've got something coming about the Menendez brothers, because I get asked about it all the time, and it's a fascinating case.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got something, and I missed something about it while I was on the East Coast, but because they have a connection to the East Coast, and I really want it, and I didn't think about it. I have everything listed. I have lists and I have sub lists, and it just got lost in the list and lost in my head, so I missed it. So I've got something I'm doing in LA about Menendez, but not the way I really want to do it, but close enough.
Yeah, man. I'm sure it will be good.
I
You
hope
know,
so.
I always enjoy everything you put out, and thanks again.
No problem.
It's been a it's been one of my things on my list, bro, to finally get an influencer, someone that goes out and films and puts out content every week, a couple times a week. It's real dope to me, bro, for real.
Oh, you're welcome. Just keep at it, man. I just that's all. That's like I said when we were talking before. I don't know how much of an influencer. I don't. I mean, but I know that I get a lot of messages from smaller YouTubers, and in terms of I don't I just mean with less subscribers, and I always tell them like, first of all, yes, I'll do it. Always, like if you want me to film with you and I'm in your area, you're in mine, yes. And like you asking me to do this, I'm like, yes, of course, because I will never ever not remember being at 100 subscribers. I know that feeling, and I know the feeling that comes when you start building and getting more, and it will happen for you, and it gets exciting. And for me, if I can't help people, what am I doing? Like, why, like, you know what I mean? I'll film with somebody with 500,000, or I'll film with someone with 5 subscribers because I want everybody to succeed. YouTube's a community, shouldn't be competition, that sort of thing. So just keep at it, man. You just got to keep at it and don't get frustrated. I know now I'm giving you a pep talk all of a sudden, but just don't get frustrated if you don't see any movement for a while, because I started to. But then if you get that frustration in your head and you stop, then people will forget about your channel like that you're building already, because you're building on those subscribers. So you got to keep uploading, and that's the main thing. Keep uploading, and something will hit. Something will hit, and guaranteed. It happens to everybody.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate it. You
No
know,
problem.
I soak everything in, bro. Everything that, from the boxers to the promoters to the coaches to the trainers to, anyone that comes on my channel and talks to me, I soak everything in, and I'm like, I remember everything. Like, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, you just got to get. Yeah, I mean, those guys they're training. They're that's it. That's I mean, I'm lucky today that I finished my video that I uploaded just before I came on here. But otherwise, usually right now, so it's 8 o'clock here. As soon as we get off, I'll start editing my next video. But I'm actually packing for LA, and I got a new piece of equipment that I'm going to try to learn. But otherwise, it's the last thing I think about when I go to sleep. It's the first thing I check in the morning, and then start doing it. And I know you have another job, and it's hard when you have another job because you have a job, and then you try to make this your job. But you can do it. You just gotta go on a little sleep, drink more energy drinks,
Hell
and
yeah, bro.
and say hi to your brother for me. Tell him thank you for watching.
I got you, bro. And let all my subscribers know, where they can find you at social media wise and your YouTube channel.
Yeah, Scott on Tape on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook group. Yeah, join it.
Hell yeah, man. Y'all heard it from the man himself, Scott on Tape, all the way from Canada. I appreciate you coming on again, bro. It was an extreme honor. And y'all go check out his links. The links will be in the description down below. And remember that I got merch dropping this weekend,
Nice.
the new logo. And it's gonna be sick, bro. I can't wait. I'm hyped. And
Good
many
luck.
more are coming to my channel. And y'all go check him out for real, bro. If you see him in LA, go say what's up to him. And he's out.
Yeah, definitely say what's up. I was just saying that on one of my last live chats. I've been getting recognized on the street a lot in LA and New York, and a couple times. And it's funny when people see it because it's the hair. They recognize the hair more than me. I know that it's the hair right away. And I'm at that level where people are like, "Hey, aren't you on YouTube?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, cool," and they walk away. I'm not at the point yet where they're like, "Can I get a picture?" Because I'd be like, "Yeah, of course you can." But they're like, "Oh yeah, you're that guy." Okay, bye.
I would have been like, hey, let's get a picture, man.
Yeah, so if you see me, take a picture with me, please.
Yeah. Go tag them for real, man. And if you have any locations possibly that y'all would want him to go film or any ideas, go DM him.
Yeah, leave me a message. Yeah, tag me in a story. Say, what about this place? I always, I'll write it down and see if I'm ever in the air. See if it's something I'm interested in. And yeah, I'm always open for suggestions.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate it again. Remember
No
that.
problem.
One love, Carlito.